You are not asking for too much, you are asking for too little. If you have these desires inside of you, this voice that can't seem to quiet down inside of you, it's because that's your calling. When you have certain desires, it's because you are meant to have those in this life. And when you have certain desires, it has become like, for example, if you have certain desires in your mind, do you ever have these desires or fantasies about living your dream and you replay them in your mind and they're so vivid, like a dream, or they're so vivid you can see it? It's because it's a memory. It's because you have already experienced that in some lifetime and you're supposed to experience that. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Steph, and here I talk about how to unlock the most powerful tool that no one can ever take away from you, your mind. So get cozy, tune in, and welcome to Sessions with Steph. Okay, so have you ever had that feeling inside of you where you're like, I don't think I'm supposed to do something, and you listen to it and it ended up being right? You either avoided a catastrophic event or you avoided something that would have went really bad in your favor. Or have you ever had that little voice inside of you telling you you should or shouldn't do something? And you hear it loud and clear, and the times you don't listen to it, you're like, man, I should have listened to it. See, I knew I should have listened to it. That's your intuition. And I'm going to teach you how to start listening to that so that way everything can go your way. Because ultimately, your intuition, that's your divine wisdom, okay? That's you connecting to your higher being and ultimately connecting to God. Whether that's the universe, God, Allah, Buddha, whatever you call it, whoever your God is. Because the thing is, you are capable of having this divine wisdom and power. And I'm going to show you how to listen to that more often so that way life can be as easy as possible for you, because life isn't meant to be hard. And that way you can just start listening to yourself and trusting yourself. The thing is, whoever told you that you shouldn't listen to yourself? Was that you? No, that was someone else. The thing is, why you don't know how to trust yourself is because someone in your life, probably your most important years of development, childhood, someone in your life told you, no, you're dumb, you're doing it wrong, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. And ultimately, that's what led you to grow up, to think like, oh no, let me not trust myself, I don't know what I'm doing, let me just, play on the safe side, just stay on the sidelines. Babe, no. Life is too precious. Life is too important for you to stay on the sidelines. You're not a bench warmer. You're the fucking star. So get up and start acting like it. Okay? And basically, that little voice that you have inside of you, that gut feeling, that's, like I said, that's divine wisdom. That is God or your ancestors, spirit guides, whatever you call it, speaking through you. And basically, how to discern whether that's fear or if that's really your intuition talking is for you to calm and quiet your mind. And how you do that is you close your eyes, breathe 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, and you do that as many times as you need to just basically hush out all of the outer noise. Because at the end of the day, you know what you want. You know what's right for you. But what happens is you constantly doubt yourself. You're like, I don't know if I'm sure about this. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. You know what you want. Don't be scared. You know exactly what you want and exactly what you're deserving of and exactly what you're worthy of. So stop doubting yourself. You don't need to doubt yourself. Because let me tell you something. You were put on this earth for a reason. You were put on this earth to experience life, to enjoy, and to get what you came here for. Your intuition, that inner voice inside of you, is basically the all-knowing, like your wisdom. Like it's telling you, like, hey, I know what to do. I know what I want. I'm really sure. But then you like hush it down. You're like, no. You're like, no, what do you know? Like, what? Stop doubting yourself. You know exactly what you want. And how you become a pro at listening at your intuition are a few steps. Step 1. You're going to have to do some trial and error. I'm not going to lie. To the people I'm talking to, you already have experienced a lot of life. Don't get me wrong. You have a lot of life to experience and a lot to go. But you've had a lot of experiences where you didn't listen to yourself and you knew it. You're like, I should have listened to myself. Why didn't I listen to myself? Let's start there. Why didn't you? Tell me, why didn't you? It's because you were scared. You didn't trust yourself. You need to be so confident. You need to trust yourself in all of your decisions because you know what's best for you. You know what you want out of this life. Usually it's outer forces. It's like people whispering in your ear or outer influences, whether that's media, whether that's people around you, situations telling you like, oh, you can't do this, you don't know what you're talking about, or like, oh no, you don't want that, what you're asking for is too much, what you're asking for is too big. Babe, have you not seen Earth? Have you not seen the abundance around you? I apologize, there's a fly in here, so if you see him floating around, let's call him Jimmy. That'll be our friend for the podcast. So the thing is, the earth is so abundant. There are so many opportunities. The world is filled with endless opportunities. You're telling me that God made millionaires and billionaires and quadrillionaires? And babe, you think your standards are asking for too much? Your intuition is telling you your standards for a reason. Because you come from God, therefore you need to have godly standards. You were put on this earth for a reason. You were put on this earth to enjoy. You're one of the chosen ones. Do you know the astronomical odds of you being born? Does anyone know? I'll let you get a little second. Do you know the odds? 1 in 140 trillion. I might be wrong. If I am, I'll come back and edit this and put in the right answer. But it's something like that amount. Do you hear that? The astronomical odds of you being born were so slim, yet you chose to come here. You're one of the chosen ones. You're here for a reason. And your intuition, that little voice inside of you, is saying, hey, I know what I want. I know what I want to do. Let me break free. And you hush it down. You're like, no. Like, what do you know? What are you talking about? You're asking for too much. You're asking for too much. Oh, babe, you're not asking for enough. All the abundance that's out here in the world, it's your birthright. You are not asking for too much. You are asking for too little. If you have these desires inside of you, this voice that can't seem to quiet down inside of you, it's because that's your calling. When you have certain desires, it's because you are meant to have those in this life. And when you have certain desires, it has become like, for example, if you have certain desires in your mind, do you ever have these desires or fantasies about living your dream and you replay them in your mind and they're so vivid, like a dream, or they're so vivid you can see it? It's because it's a memory. It's because you have already experienced that in some lifetime and you're supposed to experience that. So when you don't listen to that inner voice inside of you telling you like, hey, like, don't go down this road, or hey, I really want to do this. Let's go and do this. You're doing yourself such an injustice, and I'm here to stop it. Because you deserve the world, and you deserve everything good and abundant and beautiful. And I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. Come here. Baby, I don't know who in your life told you that you shouldn't listen to yourself, or you're doing things the wrong way, or you're dumb, or you don't know what you're doing. But fuck that. Respectfully. No, fuck it. Disrespectfully. You know what you want. You know what you came here for. How to listen to your intuition is by just quieting. And what's the other word I'm looking for? Closing out all of that outer noise outside of you and all of that ramble and hustle and bustle, and you look within. you close your eyes, and you meditate. And a lot of people come to me usually and they're like, well, I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to sit still. Let me tell you guys something. I don't say I have ADHD because I don't like putting these labels, because what you put out, what you say and what you feed your mind, that's your reality and that's what you make come true. So I don't like saying that. But you guys, I used to be the most hyper person. Couldn't sit still. I'll be bouncing from place to place. And I first heard of meditating. I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, psh, okay, I can't do that. And again, what you say is super, super important, because what you put out into the universe, you're casting magic spells constantly. You're creating your reality. There's a quote by Bruce Lee. Words are energy and cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. And this goes down to science, and this is why I love science. I've always been a woman of science, because you can't argue science. Everything in this earth and in this universe is energy. Input equals output. So everything you're saying is energy. So that's why you have to be really careful. Don't talk negatively about yourself. Don't say bad things about yourself or others, because you're constantly casting spells without knowing it. And here's the cool thing. If you're constantly speaking good about yourself, and that's why you guys, everyone talks about this. Successful people, millionaires, artists, people that are living life to the fullest, they usually say, I do affirmations. Why is this a common thing? Because they know the importance of words and energy. And I was saying, like, the importance of not saying you can't do something. This amazing professor in college once taught me this, and I've never looked back. She said something she would teach her students is, don't say I can't do it, say I can't do it yet. She told me that, and then when I was a teacher at this beautiful private school, she would say that as well, and that was a synchronicity, and I was like, I fucking love that. Like, that's a really good saying. Because again, what you're saying is very powerful. So don't say you can't do something. Say, I can't do it yet. I'm learning. I don't know how to do that yet. Bada bing, bada boom. Back to the meditating and how to quiet your mind from the outer world to really listen to your intuition. Like I said, I used to be super hyper, couldn't meditate. And I started trying. And I would put on some frequency music in the background. And again, breathe in 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. This also works great with anxiety, with anything, just basically recentering yourself and getting back to yourself. And put a timer, 27 minutes. And with that timer, you just breathe, quiet out the outer world, and you think. And you go, okay. And meditation is really fucking cool because you can do a multitude of things. You can do a lot of things. You can either think, okay, what do I need to do today? And you kind of like chill out. Like if you have a whole to-do list to do, you're like, okay, what do I need to do today? And that way it gets broken down in the chunks. And you're like, okay, I can't go 0 to 100. Or what can I do? And you go from there. Or you can also, with meditating, visualization, which is my favorite. Visualization, basically daydreaming or, dreaming. You fantasize and you think about that life that you want so dearly, that life that you've thought about for a long time, that life that your inner voice has talked about since all you can remember. Why has it sang the same tune? Because that's what you want, that's what you deserve, and that's what you're gonna have. That's another cool way of like knowing how to listen to your intuition. Because the cool thing is, like I said before, remember that, and why your intuition is so powerful. You guys, you have to look at the greatest innovators and the greatest inventors of our time. By listening to their intuition, they achieved great feats. Let's talk about, I don't know, Edison. His intuition inside of him, he was like, I can make a light bulb happen. And you have to think, at that time, everyone around him was like, you're crazy. What are you talking about? You can't, a light bulb? Like, that idea was so abstract to them, and that concept was just so out of this world, unreal. They were like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. You're crazy. And he's like, bet, I'm gonna show you. I wish I had a little, bro, if I had a little remote for the lights cinematic. He said, okay, let there be light. Well, there's a lamp in the background, so. Do you see what I'm saying? It's so important to listen to your intuition and to not let fear get a hold of you. because your intuition is saying things for a reason. Edison's intuition was telling him, hey, I can make this great thing happen. Do I know how? No. Do I know it's going to happen? Yes. Because something inside of me is telling me that this vision is real. It's not only a vision, that I'm supposed to do this. And you guys, you don't have to have all the answers figured out right now. I promise you. Trust me. Coming from me, I've had visions to travel the world, travel the states, to dance, to do a lot of things in my lifetime. And at the time, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do them, but I'm going to do them. And on my journey, I started listening to my intuition, like telling me like which roads to take. And I started ignoring fear. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I know I'm supposed to have something in this life. I'm going to have it. Life is meant for me to enjoy and to live my soul's mission. So, and you guys, I don't know how I've had like money to travel. I haven't worked in the longest, but I stay traveling. If you guys follow me on socials, the Healing Goddess, I stay traveling all the time. Why? Because I had a vision, and God knows, like, we're his children. So he wants his children to be happy. But I had a vision. I'm like, all I want to do is just travel the world and dance and teach people that they can live the lives that they want and literally manifest their dream life out of thin air. And the cool thing is, you guys, when you put God first, oh, he makes anything happen for you, baby. Again, you're his child. To put it this way, you're his child. Imagine having a child, right? And you want to bring a child into this earth. And you're like, I just want them to be happy and to live their life. And let's say you have a child and they're like, oh, like, no, I'm scared. Like, let's say they want to be, I don't fucking know. Let's say they want to be a chef. And they're like, no, people are telling me not to be a chef, so I don't want to do that. Babe, you want to be a chef? Go be a fucking chef. And I apologize for my cursing. I just get so passionate with this topic, so just FYI, we'll try to cut that down, but I get super passionate. But it's just like, oh, you're like, why are you tripping? You want to be a chef? Go be a chef. Fire it up, dude. Fire it up. And what advice would you give your kid? What advice do they give in movies? Listen to your intuition. Listen to that voice inside of you. In movies, cinema, it's all the same. Why? Because it's true. Like, think about it. Like, whenever someone goes to like a monk or something, or they're in training, and they're like, I don't know what to do, I'm stressing. And then the monk's like, shh. The monk's like, you're tripping. They're like, just listen to your inner voice. You know the answers. And the person's like, no, I don't. And then the monk like disappears, or like, you know, like the elder person like just dips, and they're like, oh my God, what do I do? But what happens? They end up chilling out. They're like, what do I think is right? What do I think is the best for me? And then with no one there to guide them, what do they reach? The yellow brick road, my friends. In other words, they reach their final manifestation. They reach the life they're supposed to live. The life that's going to bring them victory and justice. From listening to your inner voice. It's telling you these things for a reason. Like I said, it hasn't strayed you wrong in the past. And a big thing, another thing on how to listen to your intuition, don't ask people so much like what you should do. Because the thing is, you're very different than other people. We all have different callings on this earth. We all have different missions. So, and I'm going to give an example. Let's say I'm running into someone and I'm like, hey, what should I do about this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Like every 2 seconds, they're like, dude, they're like, can you not think for yourself? What is that energy screaming to you right now? If I'm like, hey, should I do this? What should I do? That's screaming, I'm not sure of myself. I'm scared. Right? Be sure of yourself. Don't be scared. And the thing is, and I know in today's society, especially, I know in America, it is very like fast. And I know especially in today's age, especially in America, everything's very like fast paced, go, go, go. But do take that time. Like, it's a matter of rewiring your brain and just like becoming into a different person. So it really is a matter of just like sitting for 2 seconds. You can sit for 5 minutes. The world is not going to crash and burn. I promise you. Sit for 5 minutes and you're like, okay, what do I want? What do I think is best for me right now? And that way, the anxiety and the stress just floats away. Because that way you think more clearly, and instead of a million different options, you can break the chunks into, okay, there's a few options. What do I think is best for me right now? And then roll with it. Go with it. Don't doubt yourself. Be sure of yourself. And something to confirm this even more, even though you don't need my confirmation, you don't need my validation. Because at the end of the day, your mind is so powerful, my love. You can create and do anything you want. And again, one of the main points of you being on earth is to enjoy and to do yourself justice. I also believe a big portion is to help others, of course, when you can, absolutely, without a doubt, because nothing in nature lives for itself. Confirmation, my cat. You just need to quiet that inner voice and say, I am secure, I am confident, I know what I want, I trust myself, I trust my intuition. And with these affirmations and with you constantly doing that, and don't always go to someone else for advice. Like, let's say a topic does arise, right? And the thing is, when you go to other people for advice, they're going to give you, or they're going to tell you what they would do. We're all so different. And something else to tell you, would you take advice from someone that you don't see successful in your terms, or that they don't seem happy in life? Sit with that. This has happened to me as well, where I'll go to someone else for advice and then they give me their advice and I'm like, yeah, I'll just do that. And then I do it and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have listened to them, dude. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't what I thought was right. That wasn't my intuition and my justice. Let's say there is a serious issue where you want to go ask someone for their advice. Like, it's okay to ask them and then sit with that, but please take my advice, learn from my mistakes. Sit with it for like a day or so and be like, does that resonate with me? Is that what my soul truly wants? Because I promise you, when you take that quiet time to just quiet and listen to your soul, you really do get to the answer of what you want and what you really want to do. It's that easy. I promise. Don't doubt yourself. Trust yourself. And another way of knowing how to listen to your intuition, like let's say something arises, whether it's a conversation with someone, a situation, something like that, and you get this weird feeling in your tummy. You're like, you're like, I'm not vibing with that. I don't think I should be doing that. You just have this weird feeling. Trust it. That weird feeling is telling you like, nah, I'm not vibing with this. Like, we shouldn't be doing this. Like, this isn't in alignment with us. That's another really cool way of listening to your intuition. And again, sitting with the feeling, like you can sit with the feeling. Like, let's say a situation arises and you feel weird about it. You're like, I don't know if I should go this way. Take your time. Think about it. Advice this really amazing, brilliant person has given me. They have told me, they're like, never make decisions when you're too happy or when you're too mad. Because feelings cloud judgment. They really do. They really do, you guys. So let's say something weird. And this is listening to your intuition with more of like making a choice versus in the moment. Like, for example, if something happens in the moment, like you're late at night somewhere and something tells you, listen to that. Like something tells you, don't go down this road or don't hang out with that person. Listen to that. That's like more in the moment type of thing. Where you're like, nah, I'm feeling weird. Because if you're feeling weird in your bones, in your gut, that's telling you, nah, don't do it. Listen to it. Because I promise you, better safe than sorry. And I promise you, your soul is getting riled up in you for a reason. Now, when I'm talking about more like different decisions where, you know, you can take time to think on it. If you feel weird about something, and this goes into learning how to listen to your intuition and knowing how, you're like, okay, let me take a day to think on it. You take a day. And if you can take, you know, multiple days, you take multiple days. And if you still feel weird, or if you're like, I'm not vibing with this, that's how you know that it's not your feelings clouding your judgment. That's your intuition, and you're not vibing with it. You shouldn't go towards that. Plain and simple. And the thing is, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You just because you don't want to do something, that's explanation enough. You owe it to yourself. So yeah, don't doubt yourself. You know what you want. You've experienced in the past things that you've experienced in the past, basically what your soul has been telling you and what you want. And you know Every time you've gone down that path and something told you, yeah, let's go down it. Ooh, something else I thought of. Another surefire way of how to listen to your intuition. When your soul inside of you feels riled up, like fired up about something, like that good fired up, like so passionate. If you feel so passionate about something that you're like, yes, this is me, I really want to do this, it brings me excitement, do it, bro. Fire it up. Go out there and do it. Because, like I said, life is short. You owe yourself this justice. And that's one of, if anything, that's the whole point of you being on earth, is doing things that make your soul come alive. Because life is short. Once it's gone, it's gone. It will pass you by in the blink of an eye. So do everything you can in that time. If something fires your, like, lights your soul up inside, that you're like, I want to do this, I feel passionate and confident, don't let fear scare you off. Do it. That's another way of listening to your intuition. If you feel very passionate about doing something, and if that fire keeps arising keeps constantly arising inside of you, no matter how many times you try to quiet it down, you're supposed to go do that. Go do it. You owe your soul justice. It's literally trying to break free. It's like, I really want to do this. Like, come on, let's go do this. And you're like, no, hush, hush. Remember earlier in the video, I talked about how if you're trying to hush something down, like a voice down, you're like, shh. It's like, why are you quieting me down? Like I said earlier, like you trying to quiet down that voice. No, you're putting resistance. Another way how to listen to your intuition. If you let it flow without resistance. Because when you're putting resistance on something, you're putting force, and that's not natural. The things that are meant for you and the things you're supposed to go do, oh babe, you're going to get every green light in the universe, and it's going to flow naturally. Like in nature. In nature, nothing is forced. Everything comes natural. The flowers bloom naturally, the trees grow naturally, and the river and the streams flow naturally. And we are a part of nature. So listen to yourself, let it flow naturally. You get a bad vibe, let it flow. Don't question it. Learn how to not question yourself and how to trust yourself. That's all I have for you today. I really hope this video helped. If it helped, please like and subscribe. It would help me out a lot. And don't forget your power. You know what you want. Listen to yourself. Trust yourself. You owe it to yourself. All right, stay smart, stay sexy. Bye.